Hello, Facebook followers and friends. Got a vitally important message to share with everyone tonight. It's very important that you get a listen to what's going on. I have a friend, a person that I've known for a while, named Janet Del Fuco. She's currently having a case against the state of New Hampshire in which she is on trial for some messages that she posted on Facebook, and specific to several judges and also several attorneys that she was dealing with at post-divorce situations that were caused because of her divorce. And now she's looking at criminal charges and looking at going to jail for some of the things that she said and that she posted. Granted, some of those things that she posted and said were taken down shortly thereafter. But the point of the message and what I want to get to everybody is the fact that every single person that I've ever known in my whole life has been frustrated, angry, upset with something that they've encountered in their life, whether it's work situation, whether it's personal, family situation. And every single person at one point in time did something stupid. Okay, they punched a wall, they got angry, they said words they didn't mean to say. And right now Janet's under the gun because of what she said, and some of that, and a great deal of that, is due to the fact that the people that she supposedly targeted were people that took advantage of her, that didn't listen to her, that injustice was being done onto her. And so after a while, if you don't get remedy, if you don't get things fixed in your life, if things don't get better for you, you're going to do something that you're going to regret. Maybe it's something that you say, something that you did. Everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody deserves the right to be heard, and everybody has the right to tell their story. Well, what they're doing to Janet is they're trying to prevent her from telling her story. They're trying to basically continuously punish her for the situation that she went through. She went through a divorce. She had an ex-husband. She had 2 kids. She lost contact with her one son. Not a fault of her own, because of the situation when a divorce happens. It's very difficult, okay? It's difficult financially, it's difficult emotionally and spiritually, okay? So it's a very difficult time in your life. Well, she tried to step up, and she actually tried to help her ex-husband out by giving him a loan so he could purchase a trailer that he could then live in and make life better. Well, he stopped making the payments. So the bank that approved the loan, and they knew all his financials and didn't tell her all those financials, and some of those documents were forged, and she never knew some of those documents that were there. In fact, they know there was forgery there. The bank pushed it through, and then he couldn't pay or didn't pay the loans on the property, so they came after her. So they tried to take her house because it was collateral on the loan. So she just tried to correct the situation and make it better so that the bank would take the collateral off her house. And what the bank really did was come after her, and they kept trying to steal her house, take her house. And she could prove the fraud. She could prove that they did everything wrong, but the judge wouldn't listen. The attorneys kept coming after her. The bank kept coming after her. So they kept ruining her life. They ruined her situation. They put her through hell. And then they wanted to take everything from this woman. They put her on the spot. She suffers PTSD, and I can tell you, talking to her, she's afraid. She's afraid to go to the trial. She's afraid to deal with the situation. And it's scary because they want to further punish her. And all she wanted to do was make good on her life and just wanted to be free from the post-divorce causes that happened to her life. She just wanted to live a normal life and not have these things, but she said some things and she did some things that now she would probably say, I wish I wouldn't have said it this way, I wouldn't have done it this way. But like I said, everybody in my life, everybody I've ever met everybody's made a mistake. Everybody's done something, but it's the egregiousness of those mistakes that need to be taken into account. Did what she say and what she did rise to the occasion that she needs to be in jail for this sort of thing? No, I don't believe so. She's suffered through PTSD. She can't get an attorney. She can't afford one. The court won't allow her to have one. She's not allowed to have witnesses at her trial. She's not allowed to have anybody stand up for her good character. And that's what's wrong with society as a whole. We're not allowing people to defend themselves. Courts are not courts of record, and these are courts that your constitutional rights are being violated on a daily basis. So that's what we need to do, is fix these courts. That's why people need to show up. April 9th, Stratford County Superior Courthouse in Dover, 10 a.m. Janet's second day of her trial. I want people to show up and support her and tell her, you know what, we understand, we went through PTSD. We all made mistakes. We all did something that we may have regretted. But, judges, attorneys, banks, all the corporations need to be held accountable for all the things that they've done to hurt people too. That's all we're asking for, is a fair, even-handed trial, an even-handed judicial system where people are heard and taken seriously, and their complaints are taken seriously, and they're not further punished because they suffered injustice. When you suffer injustice, you should be able to tell your story. You should be able to speak out to people and give people the opportunity to explain their situation. If we as society want to help people, we got to help people. We can't leave them by the wayside in life and just kick them down a gutter and say, well, you made a mistake, now you're going to severely punish it, and we're going to punish you doubly on it. Now, there's certain cases of certain things where people deserve the punishment they get, and maybe even they deserve more so than what they got. But then there's cases like Janet's, where she suffered endlessly through a divorce and post-divorce legal situations, and we're making her be punished even further. So we need to show up April 9th, Stratford County, New Hampshire, County Courthouse, Superior Courthouse in Dover at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to support her, to support freedom, and to support justice in the United States, and support our constitutional rights that we were given when we founded this country. Our forefathers had the insight to understand that a judicial system needed rules and regulations. And right now, in our society, we have a two-tier justice system where individuals who are wealthy are able to buy their justice and able to buy their freedom, where individuals who are poor or just making it, or just doing the best that they can in life, are not afforded the opportunity to defend themselves. Janet can't have a public defender. They wouldn't allow it. They said she could afford it because she had a house, because she had a loan. So because she has a house, they said you can afford an attorney. Well, that's not necessarily true. Just because you have a house doesn't mean you can afford an attorney. And the judge basically told her, because you have a house, you could have sold your house so you could have an attorney. So basically the judge is extorting her and saying, well, if you really want an attorney, you'll sell your house. Is that really what we want in society? Is judges extorting people and telling them they can't have a house because they need an attorney? And that, the only way you can have an attorney is if you have lots of money to pay for one? Is that fair? Is that constitutional? Because I'm pretty sure you have the right to representation. Pretty sure that's part of the constitutional rights. But maybe, scholars and people out there may want, they may have more information than I do, might want to look into that. The point of this video is we need to support our society as a whole. We got too many people supporting too many things that are not important when the real important things are going by the wayside. The people that are really suffering injustice are not getting justice because we're too busy wondering which bathroom to use or what color the sky is today. It's just facetious arguments. But the point is, support real justice, support constitutional rights, and support individuals who have suffered under the tyranny of injustice in the court system. That's what we need to do. That's how we need to help people. And that's why we're going to fix our society. Okay? So that's my stance. That's where I'm at. That's my message tonight. And I hope this reaches people, and I hope it touches your heart, and I hope it wakes you up to the fact that there's a lot of injustice in this world. And the reason people are suffering injustice is because people aren't being afforded their constitutional rights, and there's people that have really suffered PTSD and under the guise of heavyweight prosecution, malicious prosecution, aren't getting justice because of our two-tiered judicial system. So we need to fix that. That's my message. I hope you have a great night. I hope this reaches you and that you can spread the word and that we can help people that are suffering endlessly because of these things. Have a good night, Facebook. See you soon.